I'm Silvia Earle. I'm a marine biologist, currently in this establishment as the chair of deep ocean exploration and research, but also serving as explorer in residence at the National Geographic. Some ask, how did you get to be explorer in residence? How did you get to be a scientist? And I said, well, it's really easy. You start out as a kid doing what kids do. You ask questions, who, what, where, why, how, and then you just keep on doing it. You never quite grow up. I first fell in love with the ocean when I remember, 3 years old. I got knocked over by a wave. The ocean got my attention, and it's held my attention right through to the present time.
Dr. Silvia Earle has dedicated her life to studying the ocean, the largest ecosystem on the planet. She holds a number of diving records, including setting the women's depth record for solo diving at 1,000 meters.
I quickly became aware that it was considered to be a little unusual for a woman to want to do what I wanted to do. I went on an expedition in the Indian Ocean as a young oceanographer. There were 70 guys. I was the only woman. Not all bad.
In 1970, the U.S. Navy, the Department of the Interior, and NASA jointly sponsored a project called TechTite, which put teams of scientists in an enclosed habitat on the ocean floor for weeks at a time.
It didn't occur to us that there would be any objections to having us live underwater with some of our colleagues who happened to be guys. But that was an issue. They weren't quite ready for that, so they had one team of women, and I happened to be chosen as the leader of that team, and they had 10 teams of guys. I was the one who had the microphone most often thrust at me to speak on behalf not just of the women's team, but of the program. And the rest was, for me, a beginning of a new dimension as a scientist.
In the 1980s, Dr. Earle began her own business ventures, which led to the formation of her current company, Deep Ocean Exploration and Research, whose mission is to develop technologies that allow greater access to deep ocean environments.
The idea of starting a company to build solutions for problems of gaining ocean access. Why not? I just want to go see what's there. I want to go check it out. I want to explore. What a concept. But I was frustrated as a diver, as a diving scientist, going into the sea and only being able to go to 100 feet, 150 feet, 200 feet, push the edge a little bit. Just imagine stepping out into a place that is way over your head, several thousand feet deep. And you're in a little submarine, such as this little deep worker. You see the flash, the sparkle, the glow of these small creatures, and sometimes quite large creatures, with a big burst of bioluminescence, like fireflies times 1,000. In some cases, it's more brilliant than others. Sometimes it's like flying along with a streamer of light behind you. You feel as if you're some great space creature, like a comet underwater. It's the greatest era of exploration has just begun.